Here we go. We're looking in Walmart. This is Walmart over by the main mall. And we're looking for the camping aisle. We're going to look at some of the survival / camping material that they have items. Here's some backpacks. And let's just see what we've got. We've got the camp tool set. That's kind of marginal tools, but I don't know, better than nothing. But you know, you don't want to set yourself up with minimal equipment if you think you're going to actually be in a survival situation. Here's paracord, bright yellow. This bright orange here, I think I'm going to get one of the small. This is 50 feet. I think I'm going to get one of those. This is just some cord. Isn't actually paracord. I mean, obviously you want to get the type of cord you want. For some uses, paracord's overkill. But if you're going to bring one, oh, look at this axe. I bet that could be sharpened. If it isn't already that sharp, and it would work just fine. Emergency blankets is a reusable one. These tube tents haven't gotten good reviews from people that have actually gone out and pretended like they were in a survival situation and used them. I think a minimum you have to tie one end off so it will be closed. Trekking poles. I have a walking stick I use, but I can see the advantage of trekking poles. Normally I don't want to have two hands full when I'm walking, so I can stop and take pictures, or take pictures while I'm walking, that sort of thing. Light sticks. Waterproof radios, or at least well water resistance, probably have a rating of how long they can be water. I have one of these $4 shovels, folding, well, spades, would we want to say that's small. Then we're getting into the first aid equipment here. Here's a little kit, Lone Wolf, 20 pieces. You know, one of the advantages to something like this is it gives you a start, and then you can look at some of this equipment and decide to put something better in it or additional in it. One thing that's not very great about this is its fire starting and compass are in the buckle, which means that it's really, really small. You could do much better getting a larger buckle and getting, you know, just buying a larger fire steel. It's right here at Walmart, depending on that. But like I say, it gives you a good base to work off of. You see the things they have, then you think, oh, do I need something better? What else can I put in it? Because everyone's going to have a different slant on what they think is important for a survival or emergency kit. Here's a waterproof case pouch for your phone. That's very important nowadays. We invest too much in our phones, and that's everything. That's our maps, that's our compass, that's our reading material, it's a GPS, and all this stuff. So you don't want to get wet. Here's a first aid kit. It gives you little blurbs on all the drugs that are contained inside of it. Usually these things will have Tylenol, ibuprofen, diarrhea type medicine, and Benadryl. Those are, and triple antibiotic cream. That's usually what will be in kits like this. And then of course you can put your own in. Water purification tablets, different types of tablets. And down here they go into the ultrafiltration things. These have pores that are so small that they will actually filter out virus and bacteria, and you can't get Giardia or things like that. These would be ideal for use in the United States. Once you get out of the country, especially if you're in the tropics, I think you would want to boil up water. I mean, if you had to, you could use one of these, but I would prefer boiling water or pasteurizing it. Here's a neat idea. This one fits on your tap. So if you live in a place with public water and they occasionally have problems where they say, oh, we're on a boil alert. You have to boil your water for the next 7 days because something happened with the water treatment or whatever. You put one of these things on, and it's going to take the bacteria out of it. And that's just a neat idea for people. If you're in a public water supply, I would suggest you have one of those as a backup. Especially if you're drinking water that's been treated a lot before you drink it. That means the probability of there being a problem might be higher if some system goes down or something like that. Oh, the old Mountain House meals. They're about $10 each. They've gone up a little since I was in here last. Looking at them, I think they're $1 more expensive. Here's some different brands. And this is a meal for two, $9. These things are expensive, and they only make sense if you have to carry your food on your back, because these are freeze-dried. So the water's taken out of them, and also freeze-dried reconstitutes much easier than dehydrated. Like, you can dehydrate things, I can in my dehydrator, but it doesn't remove all the water. Plus, it makes it hard to put that water back in. Where freeze-dried, the things are super light. They retain their size, and it's very easy to get water back in them. Normally, these things will be like, you put in a cup or 2 cups of boiling water, and you wait 15 minutes, and then you're ready to eat. Where if you had something you just made with your dehydrator, you might have to actually cook it a while. And they have this little kit, 2-day kit. It's kind of a neat idea. I would think, if you have a senior member in your family, that might be a good little kit, because, snow days, snowed in, people not feeling well, just not able to get to the store often as they want to. This would be a good backup to have. I think I'm a big fan of the idea that these Meals on Wheels programs, they should get an MRE or two to each of the people, and that would provide them something to eat. Like I say, in the event of snow days when they can't get there. The Lodge cast iron, I'd like to get one of these plates that have the grill, to leave a grill mark. I think that would be kind of cool for cooking. Oh, and we've got fuel for stoves. Here is the Storm Matches waterproof. You can actually light one of these, dip it in a glass of water, and it will appear to go out, and pull it out, and it will light up again. Very good. They should be in people's kit. Here we have the Zippo hand warmer that takes the fuel. Of course, it needs oxygen and to run. And here next to it, we have an electric one that you charge up via USB and use that. Oh, goodness. I'm getting tired of talking here. The copyright music again. I couldn't do this. Couldn't have the regular footage because of the music. Oh, bug repellent is really essential. That should be in people's survival kits, especially if you're in an area like Maine where they have just massive amounts of mosquitoes and black flies. In Alaska, the amount of things that bite you that fly in the air, they found deer that have been killed by being bitten by too many mosquitoes. So, you want to think about that. Head netting at least, or spray on, or rub on type repellents. Here we're looking back. Here's a tick removing tweezers. I've never seen them that way for ticks. Usually they have a circle with a little divot in it, which is used to take out ticks. Here's some waterproof containers. These are really nice because you got to remember now, we use our cell phones for our compass our communications, our GPS, our maps, our reading material, all kinds of stuff. So it's really important you don't get it wet. And one of these cases would help you prevent that. So they're not that expensive. The smaller ones are like $6 or $8. So yeah, I'm gonna get, oh, here's a cup I bought. Just a closed cup. It's got a gasket on the top around it, and shut thing. My wife uses cups like that. We generally get ones with bigger bases so they don't tip. My wife has cerebral palsy, and we kind of want, it's basically called a travel mug a lot of times, but we're increasingly finding it difficult to find any with the larger bases. Sometimes they're even weighted, but the idea is they're harder to tip over, harder to splash. Here's a lid that fits on some of their wide mouth water bottles. That's kind of a neat idea. If you're going to be drinking a lot from it, you just swap out the cap and use that. But I think I'm definitely going to get that. Get the orange paracord. And I'll be pretty much good to go. From here, I'm going to take a look at the cell phone supplies too in a bit. Oh, here I am right here, the cases. I'm just kind of looking for a more rugged waterproof type case for my phone. But it's funny, they have all kinds of Samsung stuff here, but they don't have any they don't have the right ones for my phone. So I'll just keep looking. I want one that I can take the phone out easily too. It's like I don't want to leave it in that case. I had an OtterBox once for my iPad Mini 2, and it was a bear to get it into it, and so it was like it really wasn't practical to, take out of it and put it in it. So I don't know. I kind of want the best of both worlds, I guess. But I hope you enjoyed our little walk, a little time together, give you some ideas of what's available there, thinking about what you might need to in a bug-in situation. And I think that water filter that screws onto your faucet is really a good idea. But you could use one of the other ones too. You should get the water and drink it through that. Or some of them have bladders where gravity feeds through the filter. So whatever system you pick, it would be nice to have one in case of a water emergency. Of course, you can always boil water, but that means you have to have electricity for most people. Most people don't have secondary heating systems. So there we go.